Yeah.
It was. I remember hearing it, and it was definitely like we wrote a bunch of guitar parts for it, but then ended up not using them. We just went with one really, didn't we? And decided that the song was strong enough to hold up on itself. And it was.
Yeah, I can't remember too much about it. I know it's another Waves influence song. It's the first track of the Waves album. It's kind of similar kind of dynamic to it. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a weird song. I always felt like it was a bit confused, but then I realised I quite like the way it's confused and doesn't really sort of resolve itself.
Yeah, I think it's like one of the scuzziest songs we've ever recorded, and that was definitely a good. I think a catalyst for the album really that we
needs
recorded
to be fizzy
that.
and nasty. That.
Yeah, we recorded that and it had an influence on everything we recorded after it, and we liked the sound of it and how just almost shitty it sounded. Just to us that sounded good. So yeah, it was definitely probably one of the biggest influences to the album was that song.
The riff and needed some words to go with it, and it's kind of the usual. I don't know. It's the usual kind of you rip me off, you're a dick kind of song. Yeah, I don't know. It's just the riff that carries it. I can't really remember too much about it. To be honest,
it's. I remember
we record all these songs so fast that it's kind of I can't really remember much. Detail about it apart from that it was just like okay, what the chords, let's record it and go.
I remember like we kind of wanted a White Stripes influence on it, but like, at the same time there was discussions about like big 70s rock.
I think the solo kind of has like a White Stripes kind of effects pedal. I can't
well, it's a double solo because we recorded two, we couldn't decide which one to use, so we put both of them on.
Right. Did they have that octave pedal?
Yeah, there's one with like a.
I feel like we're status quo.
Fuzz wah, and then one with just like it's a bit almost more classic rocky, and just like a normal fuzz pedal, and then, but yeah, I think we just wanted a roomy sound. It was a really big sounding riff, so it was all about the riff for us on that one. Definitely, it was a good riff.
I think I wrote it kind of about being wasted in Manchester too much. I think that's kind of the lyrical thing of it. And also, I remember listening to the Foo Fighters' first album, weirdly enough, around Christmas time, and sort of trying to write a song called, I think the song there's called Oh George. I can't remember. But because I went back to the Foo Fighters album, somebody was saying how good it was. I thought, really? So was it you? Right, okay. Wow, thanks.
It's awesome.
So I listened to that for the first time in about 10 years and heard that song with Jordan and thought I want to write something with a similar kind of feel as that. And that's where the song Away From Me came from. And I just it's kind of weird. It sounds weirder than it is, I think, that song. I don't know, or the other way around is
not as weird as you think. With me on bass, Sam on guitar, James on drums, and we really liked it. We were really excited about the song when we were playing it as a free piece, and then because we've always been a four-piece and had that sound with two guitars, we kind of always tend to go for that, and this time we did that, but it just didn't sound. It sounded too complicated and confused, so we tried mixing it like that a bunch of times and it just wasn't working. So about 3 a.m. in the morning I had a drunken stupid idea of just doing it as a free piece like it was originally intended, because we were so happy and excited about the original way we recorded it. So kind of did it in the Nirvana Breed way of putting guitar and bass kind of not hard pan, but pan a lot, and then it gave it a lot more room to breathe, and the song came out a lot more, and
It's a
just
pretty simple song.
yeah,
So
it's a simple song with a simple message and
a simple riff.
and yeah, it kind of we played as a free piece for the first time. And then, so that felt really good, and then just added some weird guitars on at the end with weird effects and delays and stuff. So kind of just to give it some ear candy at the end, and I think it worked really well. It's like it definitely a different sound for us, which I really like. So yeah, one of my favourites on the album.
Yeah. It is kind of quite a complicated song, I think, just in terms of like its chords and that, I think. And actually the chorus might be a Lady Gaga song. I realised a bit later. Is it Bad Romance? I think it might actually be that song, which was kind of an accident. You know, I'm not massively into Lady Gaga, anti-Lady Gaga, but I like the melody anyway. And it's kind of got a dynamic. I always kind of, for some reason, the second to last track on an album is always my favourite one. So I always try and make the second to last track album really good. I don't know why that is. And it's just kind of got a sort of melancholy, kind of bittersweet kind of thing. And again, it's like, I think it was like only the second time that James Idrona played it, which is the final recorded version. I remember shouting to him, because I had a microphone as he was recording the drums, because I was playing guitar along with it. I was just shouting to him like, verse, chorus, quiet bit, stop, and stuff like that, ride cymbal and hi-hat, so you can probably hear me shouting those things in the background at some point. But yeah, it's just another sort of guitar rock song.
I think it's when I've been playing the album to my friends, and it's definitely the one that people have kind of warmed to a lot. Like I think it was considered for a single, but I'm not too sure. But yeah, it's definitely like a poppier, complicated pop song, but it's just kind of, we tend to kind of have, not anthemic, but a big song, a big chorus song, because of the influences we have. But with this one, it was definitely try to give as much space in the song as possible, so that the instruments could breathe, and like the drums sound on it.
Velvety guitar sound as well.
Yeah, like the drum sound on it was very open, very like the key thing to keep it like, you know, get the groove into there. And it's weird because he played it the first time like that, and yeah, just I'm really proud of that song. I really like it. It's I'd like it to be a single, but
yeah,
maybe not.
You know, the thing is, you know, you can just buy it for 79p on iTunes when it comes out. I think that's kind of, you know, make your own singles.
They're all singles.
And kind of, when I sort of like write songs, I kind of do kind of, as I write them, kind of picture where they're going to be on the album. As soon as I wrote this one, I thought this has got to be the last track on the album, just because of the chords are kind of weird and spacey. Lyrically, I think I kind of was picturing just like a desolate town in winter. I don't quite know where that came from, just because the sort of chords sound so desolate and sad. And it's just got a real cool lengthy outro where everything kind of falls apart that I really love listening to. It might be one of my favourite bits on the album. It's kind of, I think I was going for that Sonic Youth Expressway to Your Skull kind of idea, where everything just kind of disintegrates and just sort of dies down. But no, I really enjoyed listening to it. Like,
yeah, I think, again, as Sam said before, the songs were recorded so quickly that some of them you can't remember actually doing. The only thing I remember about this was being really excited to use. My sister had bought me a Vox AC4 amp for my birthday, and it was like one of the first times I'd used it, and just got able to crank it up, and it sounded huge even though it's like just a little amp that big. And I really liked the guitar sound on it, and again it was just written really quickly. I don't think there was that much, like, I think it was mainly like that bit's too complicated. Simplify that, I like what you're doing there, keep doing that, and it was just worked really quickly, and like I think that those 2 days of recording guitar, like, we definitely realised that we can work a lot better sometimes on our own, just like, you know, with the ideas that we had, and it can get done a hell of a lot quicker and still sound cool. So, yeah, it was good times for all.
Good times.